have emotional guys. These are young guys. I mean, even the staff, and I mentioned it in the opening press conference, we're all here because of what Paul Chris had done and the trust that he had in us. So very emotional on our floor as well as the players. So, I mean, really, initially felt like there's very little I can say to this team to handle that emotion in the moment. It hurt a lot of guys, and had a lot of conversations with the team individually as units, and then starting to reach out to individual guys as well, just because everyone's going to handle it a little bit differently. And I guess my message to the team, kind of starting yesterday, kind of let it settle in, get out of the building a little bit, let it hurt. Brought them back in the morning for a team workout, wanted to look them all in the eyes at the same time and just say we kind of a big lesson we got to learn is how to compartmentalize the emotion of it. Not trying to brush it aside, not trying to make it go away, but we have to be able to focus, right? These guys got a ton on their plate as far as the school, what they're hearing from home, and obviously the football side being a huge change. So being able to compartmentalize really the emotion of it to get done what you need to, whether that's the football side, the meetings on the field, or school. We have to learn the lesson of being able to kind of turn on and off the emotions, which is a huge lesson. That's a hard one as it is. And I think as a staff, it's no different, right? We have to be able to do the same thing because kickoff set, the clock is ticking. We got to find a way to get a win and kind of get things back settled down. Yeah, big conversations that we're having with those guys, and really excited for the response that we're getting. I think we have a number of kids interested in this program that see Wisconsin for what it is, right? The true culture of what this place is, the work ethic, the people, everything we preach, right, is about what this place is and who it is. And I think the guys' response has been very solid as far as their commitment to this place and the vision that we've told and how we're going to get it done. We still got work to do, right? We got a lot of work to do and a lot of conversations to be had. Myself, reaching out to a number of different people, but the response has been very positive and encouraging by a young group of guys that, a lot of times the biggest question is, what does this mean for me, right? What does this change anything for me? And I think just like with our team and the staff, it's kind of calming everybody down and trusting. We still believe you are going to be a difference maker in this program, and that the vision for this place will continue on and hopefully get stronger. Yeah, first off, defensively, early in the week we're able to kind of operate as normal, right? We're putting the plan together as a staff. Obviously, how you script practices, how we script practices, nothing really has to change. I'm going to have a lot of conversations as this week goes on and getting through practices on what is right, like what's going to be right for this team. That's where I got to use some of the resources I have. What's reality, right? What's reality of me going into kind of a unique situation for the first time, having to deal with more things on game day? Is it possible? Is it smart? Is it the right thing to do? I have a ton of confidence in this defensive staff that even if I had to step back, we're gonna execute what we need to on game day. Offensively, it's been more of the questions of how can I support you, right? We took a big piece kind of out of the offensive planning and operations. So what's the best way that we can support you to really, in very short notice, have to get this game plan together in a little bit different way? So response with Coach Ingram has been awesome. I like guys how they bounce back and just buckle down and get to work. Clean day of practice today. Plenty of things to clean up, like the effort. The energy was high, which was pleasing to see. And as always during the game week, we got to clean up a lot of details before we get to Saturday. I think we've always prided ourselves on, physical style of play, obviously up front, and we're going to run the ball and play action. Right? We're going to work our play action game off of that. To me, I just want clean football, right? I mean, penalties, all phases, we got to clean things up, right? We have to tighten up what we do if that's what gets it done, but we got to demand these guys to be accountable for style of play, right? I think we've been getting outplayed, right? We've been getting outplayed, and that's why the last two games have ended the way they have, and that's been our calling card, right? We're going to out-physical you, we're going to we're going to outplay you, right? We're going to see if you're willing to sit in there for 4 quarters and just battle. And it looks different ways, right? I'm not saying you can't score a lot of points. I'm not saying you can't attack the perimeter or have to play great on the perimeter. We know that defensively and offensively we have to make plays and be dynamic on the edges. Inside, we have to play clean football, and we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. And offensively, with some of the injuries and just who's available, right, we have to find a way, right? What's the best 11, right? What are the issues we can cause, right? How can we impact the defense? That's having my defensive background. Like, what issues are you going to cause somebody? That's the biggest thing that I think about when I organize a defense. So, using the best 11 we have, right? Getting those matchups right based off the situations, get them on the field, and let's go attack, right? Let's cause some problems.